even people who don't own motorcycles, they look at a Ducati and they know they're fast. So if any of you are used to having a numb penis and numb testicles, this is one of those bikes that produces that feeling. Everyone should try one out, and if you've got the money, please buy one. It's really good. Lovely. Well, today I'm wearing a very nice orange shirt and I'm on a Ducati Diavel. I can actually feel exhaust gases on my leg, which is a bit odd. So when my leg is at idle, the exhaust gases are running on my jeans. So I don't know. Somebody's bright idea. Even there, I can feel it on my jeans. So it's like, oh. The throttle, it's ridiculous. It's so light. I like the badging on the tank. I like the display, although in the sunlight right now I can't see it. So you can't do this on a YouTube video, which is to sit on a bike you're idolizing. A YouTube video just doesn't show you enough and make you feel enough. This feels all, compared to Japanese bikes, even the indicators feel cheap. But I guess that's their way, isn't it? Oh gosh. Ducati Diavel X. So when I stop, that peg is digging into my leg. I expected a few design flaws with Ducati and I'm feeling them and I haven't even done anything yet. I've been watching YouTube for a year since this motorcycle was released, and I've just wanted to feel what it's like to ride, and it's really good. It's as powerful as I expected it to be. It actually feels incredibly light. I'm not sure if anyone else reviewing it said how light this bike is. It's just stupidly light. Only feels slightly heavier than my son's Kawasaki Z1000 when you're riding it anyway. So it's very flickable. That big chunky rear tyre, you'd think that handling would be compromised somehow, but no. I love the display on this bike. So faults, if I'm to fault this Ducati in any way, when I'm at stop and I put my right leg down, whoa, the first thing I get is exhaust gases on my leg, on my jeans. That shocked me a bit. I wasn't expecting that. The second thing I found is when I go to stop and I put my left leg down, the left foot peg catches my leg. It literally catches it, and the peg is solid, so it doesn't, on this bike it's not moving. So it's actually hurt me already without me going anywhere, which is a bit of a shock. What a lovely riding position. Only weirdness is the tank. When I'm clamping my legs onto the tank, it feels like I'm clamping against these bulbous areas. There's no insert, or at least it doesn't feel like there's an insert. I'm only 5'8", I think, so it's a bit of an odd seating position for my inner thighs. So mid-mount controls, everyone, very cool. On this bike it feels fucking awesome. Putting my feet forward though, the legs akimbo, would just remind me too much of the Harley. So I'm really liking this mid-mount, and if you're watching this video afresh and you go and buy this motorcycle from Riders, they'll give you the mid-mount controls for free. I think they're usually like 600 quid or more. I do like it though. I've always wondered about Ducatis. This is actually the first Ducati I've ever ridden on in my entire life. So I've always been curious. Yeah, it's got fly-by-wire and funny controls and stuff, but it's not horrible. And I was really expecting it to be quite awful, and it's not, and I'm so happy. The brakes are superb. The front brakes are amazing, and they should be because they're Brembo. Clutch is good. She's a little shaky. Thank you, mate. Ah, shit, corners. Corners better than my Harley. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. That's cool. I think it's a 240 section rear tyre, so it's quite thick, quite wide. And I can corner. How did they do that? They call this a techno cruiser. So, you know, I looked at the blurb. Hello, mate. Being filmed. Whose Facebook will I be on? So they call this a techno cruiser because this little puppy has got variable riding modes and Bluetooth. So you can see your messages on your screen. So for you married types, when you're out for an hour or so and the wife's going, "Where are you?" you can see it on the screen. Gearbox is not Japanese smooth. There's a good old clunk to it, but she's a V-twin. You'd expect them to be a little bit. But I've always been able to find neutral every time. Bang, 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 into neutral. And that's something to be commended about, because all I've heard from people is false neutrals. Nope, not once. This bike is for very rich people who have got lots and lots and lots of fucking money. Look at them all, they've just pissed all over me. Mate, I'm driving a £17,000 bike with an indemnity of like £1 million or something. So if I crash it, I owe them like £1 million. Where are your engines, guys and girls? And I get a road test in this beautiful, beautiful area of Devon. This is nice. That vibration from the twin shakes right through the chassis, right through the tank, right up into your groin area. So if any of you are used to having a numb penis and numb testicles, this is one of those bikes that produces that feeling. It just feels light. I was expecting, given the sheer size of this motorcycle, for it to be a behemoth. I was actually worried about how heavy it would be. Those guys and girls at Ducati have just done something, a trick with the geometry to make this bike handle. That's to be commended. Riders, the guys that arrange all of this, are just great to deal with. When I first met them, I was hearing all of these stories of pushy salespeople and blah blah blah. They've just been absolute sweethearts. And what I heard last year and this year is exactly the same. The sales staff aren't pushy, they just want you to enjoy your motorcycle and buy the right bike for you. And then they want to look after you. I've even been into their workshops. But riders just seem to look after their customers really well. So although I didn't buy my Harley Davidson V-Rod from them, I sure have bought parts and accessories and stuff direct from riders in Bridgwater. So if any of you are interested, or just call them up, give them your email address, go on their mailing list, go on their Facebook, links in the description, and watch out for their next ride outs. When I came to where we first met up to ride this bike, the first ride out had already taken place, and they brought all of these bikes back. And behind me, when I was handing over my driver's license and my bank cards, behind me was just a queue of men going, can I go again? Can I go again on this bike, on that bike? I've done a few ride outs with riders before, and that never happened. People were just happy with the road test that they had, or the test drive, and then they were happy to go and have a cup of coffee. But with this Ducati ride out, people are like, yes please, yes please. Oh, this bike is a miracle. I'm gonna own one in my life. I'm gonna own one. I just got to. I'm not allowed to do burnouts, I'm not allowed to do wheelies, I'm not allowed to do anything naughty on this motorcycle at all. Oh, I have to pull over. Everyone's having fun. Yeah, let's go, let's leave them, come on. So there's quite a shake when you first start off on this bike, through the bike itself, not really through the handlebars. I think servicing's always a worry on the Ducati. People always go, oh no, servicing's really expensive and you've got to have the cam belts done, and it doesn't have to be. Their riders do a service plan. I looked up one independent garage that said they do the cam belts on this bike for 240 quid. So I don't see that as expensive. You do the cam belt on your car, wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do it on your bike? The fueling, oh, the fueling is superb. There's that V-twin shake and shudder, but it doesn't come through the steering, only through the chassis. It's not the sort of bike you ride and go, well, I'm bored of this bike. This is nice to ride. I always seem to choose motorcycles that stir my emotions, that get me fired up. You know, my V-Rod was great until I got it tuned, and now it's epic. I am getting hit by a lot of wasps and flies and stuff, but I'm sure you can buy a little gay screen for it. This is exciting to ride. Wow, this makes you want to be bad. So you can lazily cruise around on this. It just feels so, I don't know, what is it? The belt drive, the engine, what is it that's smoothing me out like this? It's so smooth, it's ridiculous. I've never been on a Japanese V-twin with this amount of power. This is epic. Cruise about all day, use hardly any fuel. I remember the road test on my V-Rod, and when I first met a V-Rod, I took a road test with these guys. Test drive, call it what you want. Because a road test is where you're a mechanic and I'm an ex-mechanic, so I'm going to say it's a road test. And during a road test we consumed 1/4 of a tank of fuel. But this, the fuel gauge doesn't seem to be moving, so it's either amazing on fuel or broken. I'm going to say it's amazing. Alright, we're indicating left. I think we're going to wait for everyone to bunch up. Let's find neutral. Perfect. Neutral selection. This is exciting. This isn't shit at all. It rides better than it looks. So that you'd understand that, yeah? This bike looks good, but it rides even better. Because I don't really know these menus much. Bluetooth, automatic lights. I like the fact that it's colour. I'm glad this one doesn't have a switch down there, because I was wondering how the hell I would turn the bike on and off. Yo, here comes everyone else. I recognise my son. Some BMW GS's out there today. R1. Here come the GS's. Hello boys. Oh, beautiful clutch movement, beautiful pulling away. It feels safe and secure. When you're pulling away, some bikes get a little bit juddery. Oh, a horse. So if everyone just cruises past, we won't scare it. That's very cool, buddy. Yeah. I prefer to have an engine on mine though. Oh, look at that judder from the engine. It's like, it does not like low RPMs. It doesn't like being below 2,500, that's for sure. But it's a judder, it's not punishing me, it's just saying, hey, pick it up. I can't believe how it corners. There's a lot to like with a motorcycle like this. The mirrors are exceptional, exceptionally good. Better than my Harley Davidson mirrors. And I'm not trying to compare this with a Harley Davidson. This is not a Harley Davidson. These two are not in the same category. They say it's a techno cruiser. It is fucking... They're lying. It's a sports bike in the guise of a cruiser. And that's cool. It's like having the best of both worlds, because I can cruise on it. Also, I can be a nutter. There's a lot to be said for the Ducati's mentality in bringing this bike out. Sales have been strong on them as well, so... Sports bike cruiser. Oh, that's brilliant. It's not at all shit. You're just designed to make me happy, eh? That's what it's about with all of my motorcycles. It's about the passion cycles that excite me. Not just visually, but how they ride and how they make me feel. And this is one of those bikes that is exciting me. But it's got a racy engine, and then they've calmed it down with that belt drive, and wow, there's a lot to fall in love with here. And it's a Ducati. Even people who don't own motorcycles, they look at a Ducati and they know they're fast. Out the box, Italian, beautiful Italian styling, and they know these motorcycles are wicked fast. And I hope that all of the bikes are wicked fast, because I'd be disappointed if they're not. How smooth that is. And I'm just gently going around here at 40. I think it's a 40 round here, around this corner. And now I get international speed limit, and it picks up. I don't have to change gear. It's wonderful. Asking it for power, it's got it. I'm at 5,000 RPM, and right now in 5th gear I can just go whack, and that makes me happy. Let's filter. I can put my feet flat to the floor, which I'm loving. I might just find neutral. No. Oh, I couldn't get neutral. I got second instead. Alright. Not going to be too upset about that. Joys of motorcycles, don't have to sit in a great big queue of traffic that's going nowhere. A bridge! A bridge! And a Diavel! That was actually a really nice noise out of a standard can. Indicators are like little micro switches, so like on my BMW, when you indicate, they don't kind of give you that reassurance that you've actually done anything. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow it down. Beautiful, I really enjoyed that. What a magnificent motorcycle. Everyone should try one out, and if you've got the money, please buy one. It's really good. Like really good, I'm excited about it. Turning it off, go down, push the button, and she powers down. Key will be in your pocket. No keys to forget in the bike. Magnificent.